Over the last 10 years, as we've been wearing helmets more and more often, we found that people are moving away from sunglasses and moving much more towards goggles, no matter what the weather. So today what I want to do is run you through the essentials with modern goggles and how they differ and break in some of the jargon. So first of all, goggles are broken down into three categories. Category 1, which is like this goggle here from Block. This is a flat light lens. This is designed for overcast conditions. It's nearly transparent and it really helps you make out the terrain of when you're skiing. And then going over to category 3, we have effectively a sunglass lens. This one from Bolle is a very, very dark tint, works fantastically in bright conditions. The issue with this type of goggle is that when it becomes overcast, it's very hard to see where you're going. So neither goggle is ideal for all conditions. So what we have is kind of compromises between this type of lens. So first of all, let's talk about the Block. Let's go back to this one here. So this is the Cat 1 lens. So great for flat light, not much good when it gets really sunny. You end up squinting too much. So with this particular goggle, it comes with two lenses. So we have the Cat 1 for overcast, and then we have a Cat 3 lens designed for when it's sunny. And it's a very, very easy goggle to work with. So with this, it's controlled by 13 magnets. We just pop out one lens, and then literally we can drop in the second lens for flat light. So this is one of the things that's becoming more and more popular now. One frame, two lenses that will do everything for you. The other style that's really popular is the photochromic lens. So this goggle from Salomon has a lens that will react with the light. So as it gets brighter, the lens darkens, and as it becomes more overcast, it gets more lets more light in. Obviously, you don't have to carry two lenses, which you would do with the other goggles that I mentioned. There is a very slight delay, so if it's very, very cold, it does take a couple of seconds for the lenses to change, but in normal conditions, it works really well, and it really is a one lens option to get you through the whole day. The other one I wanted to show you was this unique one here from Uvex. So I showed you the interchange with the magnets. This one from Uvex has a tear off. So this is designed for bright sun conditions. Then underneath, we have a flat light lens, and again, this is controlled by magnets as well, just a slight variation on the Block. The styles of goggles also have changed. Because now goggles are designed to accommodate helmets a lot more, we have two basic frame styles. We have this, which is what we call a framed goggle, so we can see I have a frame that wraps all the way around, and then we have frameless goggles, so like this. So with this one, there is a frame, it's located actually inside the lens, but what this does, it allows most helmets to be compatible with this goggle. So the brim of the helmet sits really flush here, so we don't have big gaps where air can blast through and give you a very cold forehead. So frameless goggles are becoming more and more popular. But when looking at a goggle, if you do have your own helmet, we always recommend you bring it in with you just to get the fit right. So there's one thing looking at the lenses that we're going to talk about more and more. The other thing is getting the fit correct. So that's the basic frame styles. Other variations we have are OTG. So OTG has been around for a long time, stands for over the glass. And effectively it's a normal ski goggle, but in the side we have, if I can go in here, a little cutout. So this recess is designed to accommodate the arms of spectacles. Now we sell specific OTG goggles, but you'll find now that more and more of the brands actually just supply the goggle as standard with this cutout already. So it may not be marked up as an OTG, but it may be OTG compatible. So if you do wear spectacles, it's worth double checking. But also the lenses now are getting larger and larger, so they do tend to accommodate a lot more glass shapes. So next I'm going to move over to Oakley. Oakley's our premium brand, and we've been selling them for 20, 30 years. There's a lot of technology in them, but again, I want to go through some of the jargon. So I'm going to show you three goggles. So the first goggle here, we have, this uses a prism lens called Jade. The next one has a prism lens called Torch. And finally, we have the prism lens called Sapphire. Okay, now these are our most three popular lens colours. So we have this, effectively the blue silver, the red, and then the green. Okay, and they look spectacular in the cabinet. These lenses are all the same. They filter out the same amount of light. They're fantastic in all weather conditions. So good bright sunshine down to fairly flat light. They work really, really well. But technically, they all do work the same. So when looking at the Oakley goggles, particularly in this sort of range here, you can literally pick your cosmetic. They do exactly the same thing. There are variations. So we have things like high intensity pink, which you can see kind of dotted behind me, and the ruby lenses, which are much better in flat light, but not quite as strong in the more sunny conditions. But what we generally find is with Prism, Jade, Torch and Sapphire, these work really well as a one lens option for all weather conditions. Oakley, we have a vast array of different shapes as well, and that's again to get a comfortable fit on the face, and works really, really well with the helmet. They're the world leaders in goggles, so they offer the most fit variation and the best quality. And one of the other advantages, even at this kind of premium price point, is that if you do damage lenses, we can get replacement, or you can order direct from Oakley replacement lenses. With some of the other goggles I mentioned, if you do scratch them badly, it's kind of a new set of goggles, but with Oakley you can get replacement lenses. And then over here, going to bring in the traditional goggle. So this is a traditional category 2 goggle. So this is the sort of thing that we've been using now for 20, 30 years. We still sell them. This is now going from a price point from about £20 up to 60 from various different brands. This is what we call a cylindrical goggle. So it has a nice squidgy lens. They're all double glazed. Every goggle we sell is double glazed, which helps reduce the chance of fogging. So effectively we have really hot air on the inside, really cold air on the outside, and then a warm layer in between. They're vented to help circulate the air, 100% UV protection. And this type of thing, you know, in the past people would wear this when it's over